For thousands of years, Africa was rich with spiritual traditions, worshipping ancestors, honoring nature, and practicing unique rituals passed down for generations. But when Christianity arrived, everything changed. Was this transformation a blessing or a loss of identity? Let's explore the story of how Christianity came to Africa, how it reshaped traditions, and how many Africans abandoned their spiritual heritage in the name of faith. Christianity first touched African soil over 2,000 years ago. According to history, one of the earliest Christian communities was in Egypt, where Saint Mark, one of the apostles of Jesus, founded the Coptic Church around 42 AD. But at that time, Christianity remained localized in North Africa. As time passed, Christianity spread to places like Ethiopia, where King Ezana of the Aksum Empire adopted the faith in the 4th century, making Ethiopia one of the first Christian nations in the world. Despite these early Christian influences, much of sub-Saharan Africa remained untouched by Christianity for centuries. Traditional beliefs continued to dominate, with Africans worshipping gods, spirits, and ancestors in deeply rooted cultural practices. But in the 15th century, everything changed when European explorers and missionaries arrived on African shores. The 15th and 16th centuries marked the beginning of European missionary work in Africa. The Portuguese, the Spanish, and later the British, French, and Germans all brought Christianity as part of their colonial expansion. Their mission was clear: to convert Africans to Christianity and replace what they saw as pagan beliefs with the teachings of the Bible. But spreading Christianity was not just about faith, it was also about power. Missionaries built churches, schools, and hospitals, convincing Africans that abandoning their traditional ways would lead to a better, more civilized life. To many Africans, these teachings were confusing. Their ancestors had worshipped the spirits of nature, honored their forefathers, and lived by cultural laws. But now, they were being told that these practices were evil, that they were works of the devil. The conversion process was slow but powerful. Many African kings and chiefs saw an advantage in aligning with Christianity, as it brought European alliances, education, and economic opportunities. Over time, more and more Africans abandoned their traditional gods for the Christian faith. As Christianity spread, African spiritual practices were increasingly pushed to the margins. What was once seen as sacred, ancestral worship, traditional healing, and indigenous rituals, was now labeled as witchcraft, idolatry, and sin. Many Africans abandoned their spiritual heritage, burning sacred symbols, rejecting traditional priests, and fully embracing Christian doctrine. Soon, churches replaced shrines, priests replaced diviners, and biblical stories replaced African myths. The transformation was deep. Christianity not only changed religious beliefs, it reshaped African culture, politics, and identity. But with this change came an important question. Was this spiritual evolution, or cultural erasure? Today, Christianity is the dominant religion in much of Africa. Millions pray in churches, sing gospel songs, and follow the teachings of the Bible. But some still wonder, did Africa gain or lose something in this transformation? Christianity brought education, modern healthcare, and moral teachings that transformed Africa for the better. Our people lost their identity. We gave up our gods, our stories, and our way of life for a foreign belief system. But in many ways, Africa has not completely abandoned its roots. Across the continent, many Christians still hold on to traditional beliefs, merging African spirituality with biblical teachings. From gospel music infused with drum beats to African prophets blending traditional healing with Christian prayers, the legacy of Africa's original beliefs still lingers. So, what is the future of Christianity and African spirituality? Can the two coexist, or is one destined to disappear forever? Should Africans return to their traditional roots, or has Christianity become too deeply ingrained in society to ever leave? What do you think? Did Christianity help or harm African traditions? Let's discuss in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Subscribe and like our page for more knowledge.